Published 0717 EDT, the 28th of September 2017. Updated 1207 EDT, the 28th of September 2017. The Suzuki Swift driver who died in a hail of bullets yesterday pointed a gun at another motorist but was able to travel 54 miles down the M5 before he was shot dead an hour later, police revealed today. A terrified motorist is said to have dialed 999 after the man was seen brandishing a handgun at Junction 8 in Worcestershire at 8:30 a.m. and he died near Junction 19 near Portishead at 9:30 a.m. yesterday. Police have been unable to say if he was followed down the M5 before the shootout, where he was boxed in by armed officers who opened fire. A source told Mail Online he was waving his gun out of the window and was seen on both the motorway and Portbury 100 waving the gun in the rush traffic. It took 5 shots to kill him and there were 5 more in the side of the car. How the driver was able to travel such a long distance after pointing a gun at someone will now form part of the Independent Police Complaints Commission's investigation into his death. An aerial photograph shows the car with bullet holes in the bodywork and shattered glass lying on the tarmac. A handgun can be seen lying on the roof of the vehicle. The Suzuki Swift driver who died in a hail of bullets off the M5 yesterday was able to travel 54 miles down the motorway before he was shot dead an hour later, police revealed today. A marked police car is removed from the scene today as the road where the man died remains closed. The investigation close to Portishead into the shooting of the driver has entered its second day today, pictured, but he has yet to be named. The Independent Police Complaints Commission are now investigating the shootout and whether officers acted proportionately. Pictured today, witnesses told how armed officers fired a hail of bullets that left the aging vehicle's windows smashed and its car body riddled with bullet holes. The victim was left dead on the road after they failed to resuscitate him. A handgun remained on the top of the car for at least an hour today. It is not known if it is the dead man's or belongs to police. The man died after officers from Avon and Somerset Police opened fire on the A369 Portbury 100 Road, close to the M5 Gordano services, at about 9:30 a.m. yesterday. Witnesses told how armed officers pinned down the red Suzuki Swift before they fired a hail of bullets that left the aging vehicle's windows smashed and its car body riddled with holes. A terrified driver is said to have dialed 999 after the man was seen brandishing a handgun while driving along the M5. The Independent Police Complaints Commission (IPCC) has been informed of the 8:30 a.m. call. A spokesman for West Mercia Police said, "We can confirm that we received a call at 8:30 a.m. yesterday at a report of a man in a vehicle, pointing a gun at another motorist and it was near Junction 8 of the M5, he said. That was passed on to the Central Motorway Police Group CMPG. We have informed the IPCC about this call." Avon and Somerset Police said it had received calls from concerned people travelling on the M5 who reported seeing a man in a car with a handgun. The vehicle left the motorway at Junction 19 and officers stopped the car on the A369, known as the Portbury 100. The driver was dragged from the battered car but officers' attempts to resuscitate him failed, and he was left lying dead on the carriageway. Police were alerted by 999 calls reporting a man brandishing a handgun while traveling on the M5 and threatening another motorist with a weapon. Following the shooting, drivers passing through the junction just outside Bristol saw his body lying face up in the road, covered in a bloodied blanket. Officers in white forensic suits erected a blue and white tent opposite a number of vehicles on the side of the road. Tents have been erected to cover the red car peppered with bullets and the suspect's body, which was later moved. The man's identity has not been made public because his next of kin were being traced. A post-mortem examination will be carried out today. Pictures taken minutes after the incident show the man was wearing a pale blue tracksuit with sports socks and white, Converse-style trainers. They also show a black handgun lying on the top of his car. Last night, a spokesman for the Independent Police Complaints Commission, which is investigating, said what appears to be a non-police issue firearm was found at the scene and will also be subject to examination. There were at least 4 bullet holes in the driver's side of the vehicle. The front side window was smashed, and there was blood and glass on the tarmac, as well as a sun hat. There were also 2 bullet holes through the rear window. The shooting happened on the A369, known as the Portbury 100, off Junction 19 near Gordano service station. Onlooker David Ellison said, "As I came out of Portishead to join the motorway I got stopped and ahead of me were police in the road. I saw them back off from a car and then they surrounded it and shot with handguns 5, 6, maybe 10 times. They dragged a man from the car to resuscitate him, maybe only 10 feet from the motorway. It was boxed in with cars. 2 police with handguns shot through the passenger window. Fraser Phillips, from Bristol, said, "I was right next to it when it happened and heard about 4 or 5 shots." Mark Delancey added, "I got up on the roundabout as the police were smashing the guy's windows and dragging him out." The shooting happened 5 miles from Avon and Somerset Police Headquarters in Portishead at about 9:30 a.m. Paramedics were still on the scene 3 hours after an air ambulance landed on the roundabout. Last night the scene was being combed for evidence behind screens. The incident is not thought to be terror-related. Police and Crime Commissioner Sue Mount-Stevens cancelled an event at the last minute due to the shooting. A spokesman for the force said this has been a fast-moving incident and is now under investigation by the IPCC. IPCC Commissioner Cindy Butts said, "At this stage we are currently investigating the circumstances of the incident and no individual police officer is under investigation." There would have been a large number of witnesses, given this incident took place on a busy road during rush hour. "We would ask that anyone with information that may assist our independent investigation make contact with our investigators." Today's shooting has striking similarities to the death of alleged drug dealer Yasser Yaqub, who was killed in a pre-planned hit by West Yorkshire Police on the M62 outside Huddersfield in January. The father of a self-styled stud bad boy and alleged drugs kingpin said the police shot dead his son in a pre-planned assassination planned because they didn't like him. In January, Yasser Yaqub's heartbroken mother Safia could not stop crying as her husband Mohammed insisted his son was no risk despite a gun being found in his car when he died. The 28-year-old was shot 3 times through his Audi's windscreen by police marksmen after they cornered a convoy of expensive cars in a hard-stop raid using unmarked vehicles on the M62 near Huddersfield. One associate said Yasser once tried to shoot him and raked in profits by using drones to send Class A drugs into HMP Armley in Leeds. He was cleared of attempted murder in 2010 over a drive-by and was shot himself last year, but survived.